What lessons can Victoria learn from the manufacturing decline faced by Detroit in the US? Dr. Tom Barnes, a Parliamentary Library Research Fellow from the Australian Catholic University, travelled to Detroit to learn exactly that. He recently presented his findings to members of the Victorian Parliament. Dr. Barnes chose manufacturing decline as his research topic after car makers Holden, Ford and Toyota announced they would cease operations in Victoria over the next few years.
Cities and regions around the world which have gone through this challenge before or are going through it right now in terms of the response to manufacturing decline. And so the question we're looking at with the Detroit experience and others is what can Victoria learn from that as it's going through this transition?
Based on his research, he believes government has an important role to play.
So there are a lot of lessons to look at in the US about what happens, but one of the biggest lessons is that government needs to take a proactive role at a regional level. There's a role for the Victorian government in looking closely at what happens to the transition process of those sites, working closely with the companies, then working closely with the community in those areas to see what, if anything, can be done to repurpose those sites in a way which benefits the local area.
Former automotive sites can be used in a variety of ways, Dr. Barnes explained.
So most repurposed sites in the US go to new manufacturers, to other forms of industry. But there are a lot of other things going on. For example, sites being repurposed as educational facilities, schools and universities, or repurposed as commercial office space. There's a bit of residential real estate development as well.
With one of the manufacturers closing in his electorate, the member for Broadmeadows, Frank Maguire, welcomed the research.
Research fellowships are critical to the Parliament because it's fundamental to get the unvarnished facts, establish what are the issues concerned, and then how do you actually address them. This allows then members of Parliament and advisors and other players in the area to be able to put forward their views. Then we can rigorously examine them and then come to a policy position that is in the best interest of the public.
Coordination is crucial in dealing with the challenges that Victoria faces from the car manufacturing closures, Frank Maguire says.
So what we actually have to look at is how do we have a coordinated strategy between the three tiers of government, business and civil society to examine what's going to replace these big factory jobs that are now going, and what's the advanced manufacturing, or what are the replacement industries so that we do still have jobs.
He sees that Parliament has an important role initiating and considering research on such important issues.
What we're really driving for is an enlightened response. And I think this gives the first and most important way of doing it: establish the facts, look at the evidence, weigh and measure it, and then look at, well, what are the options from the future? What can we learn from what's happened overseas? What are the mistakes that we can avoid?
The research paper is available from the publications page of the Victorian Parliament's website, www.parliament.vic.gov.au.